Ready? I guess, forgot to move the microphone.
Do you want me to untangle
It's
it?
fine,
Okay.
it's fine. Alright, so this morning I'm doing a very special live stream, and I'm going to start this from now on because I actually have a wonderful love and both fear of the weather. And I've had that my whole life, and I've decided that amongst all my streaming, I don't really like trying to be tied down to a stream and a time, except for I finally figured out one thing that will do that. And that's actually giving you guys the forecast for driving into conventions. Not out of, I'm not there yet. Eventually when I get better at this, I'll do the full forecast. But I am completely amateur. I've only been studying the weather on my own time. I do weather groups. I am working on some certifications. But for now, I am not a trained meteorologist. I am just an average congoer. But I've been studying the weather all these years, A, to keep us safe, and B, to also inform all of my friends that I know in the con circuit about the upcoming hazards of the weather. Especially the biggest one is driving in, because being on time is key. So, starting today, the day before I leave for a convention, which is not every single time on Wednesdays. Sometimes it's on Mondays, sometimes it's on Tuesdays. I will do a morning forecast for a few conventions, so you guys know what you're getting into when you're driving in. Because honestly, if I can tell you the safe route to get there, you'll get there, and you'll spend money at our booths, which is what we want. So without further ado, my roommate here is going to give me a list of upcoming conventions. We are going to cover the following types of conventions. We're going to cover anime conventions, we're going to cover furry conventions, and we're going to cover Comic-Cons. Later on, like I said, as we grow, I will see if I can cover some more, but there is a lot on the map, and if you watch regular forecasts, you can see what's going on, but this one is specific for conventions, and I'm going to actually be talking about good driving routes to get in based upon the direction you're coming from. Since I've been doing this for over 10 years, I've been taking a ton of different roads, and I kind of know where you want to go and how you want to deal with these things. So without further ado, what do we got this weekend?
So first con that we have is a comic book convention called Awesomecon in Washington, D.C.
Oh, goodness gracious. We have Awesomecon going on. Okay, so this is today's forecast. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Midwest area, a lot of high risk going on all the way from upper parts of Illinois, Wisconsin, there's Michigan, it comes all the way down, Missouri, Arkansas. There's going to be a lot of tornadoes. We're expecting a big outbreak later on in the evening, but and especially with all the low pressures coming in, it's just absolutely ready and cooking for a bunch of outbreak. Let's see if I can get some of this stuff on my phone here. So I've got also my phone on the side. So we are talking the DC area, correct? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So for tomorrow, let's hover over to Thursday. Let's go about, 1200, please. Yeah, so as you can see, actually, that is moving, this line of storms is going to be moving right into DC tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be the big setup day for Awesomecon. I've never been there. I've been accepted before, but this is going to be pretty severe. Okay, again, this is my first time with everything, so please bear with me. Bringing up the severe outlook. This is today. Oh, I wish that icon wasn't in the way. Let's see here. This is, yep, okay, hold on.
You can move the icon.
Yeah, I'm moving the icon.
Gotcha.
Alright, let's go to the next day. Oh, love how that happened. Yep, so as you can see here, there is a elevated risk of tornadoes and severe weather, high gust, high winds, lots of hail, everything coming through here. So here's my recommendation. If you're coming from the Midwest area, Chicago, Michigan, Wisconsin, Iowa, stay north. Watch your path and shoot down. Keep an eye on the radar. Shoot down. Try to come around everything if you can. I would say wait in the northern parts of Ohio. Give it a little bit of time. If you can get there before like 2 o'clock, I think you're going to be all right into the northern areas, and then wait a little bit until you shoot down. If you're trying to beat the storm, there is no beating the storm. The storm is tracking currently through Missouri, Illinois. It's going to be hitting Indiana later today. There is no going around this storm. You will need to be cautious. So I would say take it slow, take higher roads, more northern roads, 94 and such. cut across Indiana, come down. If you're coming from anywhere like New York, Pennsylvania, all those kind of stuff, you are literally in the line of storms. Please try to stay away from any tornadoes. If you are insisting on coming, I would honestly recommend that you don't. I expect those who are flying, all flights to be delayed and or canceled. Do not try to come through this. I repeat, this is a severe line of thunderstorms with a very moderate chance of tornado production. And you would be going right into it unless you know how to chase and are coming north, down, south and are avoiding the RFDs, which is the intake to create these tornadoes. You guys are going to get hit hard. If you really, really badly insist on making it to Awesomecon, please shoot west as fast as you can in the morning. Get up and shoot west before these lines hit you. And then come back behind down, again, through Ohio or Pennsylvania. Stay away from these storms. They are very, very dangerous. Now, if you're coming from anywhere south, you're pretty good. Just watch out for some flooding. There is going to be downstream flooding because the Mississippi will be flooded. That'll be going out towards the dams. But otherwise, if you're coming from like Florida, Georgia, you should have good weather. Just watch those lines of storms as you're coming in. All right, what other conventions do we have this weekend?
Next one we have is Astronomicon in Ypsilanti. Where
Ypsilanti?
Ypsilanti.
Wait, we're going right back to Ypsilanti this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, so
yep.
fun fact. So last weekend, we were, I don't think I can go back, but I'll just edit on my screen here. Last weekend, we were right here. Yeah, that is where Ypsilanti is. So, it already got hit. It's actually going to be getting hit today again. So let's go back to the Wednesday forecast here. So right here, Ypsilanti is actually going to be hit. There's a severe line of thunderstorms and tornado with the possibility for tornado outbreak. I was literally there on Sunday when there were tornadoes that outbroke. I actually was one of the ones that sent it to report one. Thank God it missed the hotel, but it was still south. There was 3 north of us. That was fun. So Ypsilanti has a very unique topology, especially if you're going there. I did tornado track paths. We can go to one of those, excuse me, and I can show you tornado history tracking on that. Let's go to the tornado archive here, and we're just going to let it load everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to go back up to Ypsilanti, which is down, where are you, Ypsilanti? Because there's Ann Arbor. You're somewhere around here. Where the heck? You see it?
Nope. See Taylor.
You see? Okay, there's the airport. Where am I going? Oh, geez, where are you, man? It's like it wants to just not exist.
Where in the world is Ypsilanti?
Ann Arbor, Hillsdale. Am I like blind or something? Oh, it should have been like right there. Alright, well, in any case, is this Ann Arbor? Come on, where's Ypsilanti? Why am I... There it is, City of Ypsilanti, right here. So, as you can see, 1946 was the last time a tornado even came close to Ypsilanti. There's some very unique topology here. I've done geological research on this area, and it is actually very difficult for tornadoes to keep their genesis due to just the basic terrain that it's surrounded by. Cary, where I'm from, is also kind of in a unique situation where there's a lot of knolls, a lot of hills, and everything. But I will still warn you, if a tornado is powerful enough, it does not matter. Topology does not matter. It will plow right through, and there is going to be a warning. So, without further ado, to get to Ypsilanti, if you're in the Midwest and are traveling tomorrow, honestly, just wait. Wait until you as much as you can. Again, if you're coming from the New England areas, try to get up super early, shoot west as fast as you can, so that way you can avoid that line of storms coming in, and then just kind of follow all the lakes down and around to hit Ypsilanti. If you're coming from the Midwest, wait until about noon, 1 o'clock, when all the storms pass and you're clear. You're gonna have a clear shot, clear path. If you're coming from much longer distance, I mean, anywhere from like the Minnesota areas and other kinds of, anywhere from like the Minnesota areas and stuff, you're going to have a nice clear shot. If you guys have been stuck down here in the southern areas and been hit with all the storms, first off, my condolences. Please stay safe today, tomorrow. These storms are just going to keep ramping up and ramping up. There's going to be a lot of significant flooding, like I said, down by the Mississippi and the southern Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee area. So when you're coming up, please reroute yourself. I would recommend rerouting yourself. This is kind of actually a bad idea, but it's going to be better. If you come towards Arkansas, Missouri, there's going to be a lot of damage, so probably a lot of trees down. So going eastwards is going to be better, although you're going to be in the path of the storms. Be careful, watch your radar, and wait if you need to. Kind of go through. Try to avoid any mountainous areas and stuff like that. The storms will cause a lot of avalanches, rock slides, that kind of stuff. But just be very, very careful. There's not going to be a very good path to get through if you're coming from the south. Flights should go. They should be able to clear them. These are lower bearing storms, so planes should be able to go right over them. But if you're landing anywhere near, well, back to Awesomecon, if you're landing in Awesomecon, there might be delays and all that kind of stuff because of the weather. Otherwise, if you try to get to Ypsilanti, be safe. If you've already tried to come up a little bit, southern Illinois is getting hit today, but tomorrow it should clear up. Just stay safe. Know your tornado escape plans, etc., etc. If you can find basements, that's the best. Otherwise, if you see something bad, stop your vehicle, get down, get low. I know everybody has product, and I know a lot of the people, hopefully in the future that watch this, they are going to be other vendors and artists, and I know that product is key here because you don't want to lose all of it. But here's the thing. You are most important. You can restock your product. You can buy more product. Make sure you stay safe. If you're really that worried about a vehicle, number one rule, do not, I repeat, do not park under an underpass. That is just asking for trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it in a case of tornado. If you're getting away from hail, sure. But if there's hail at this point, and you're looking at the radar, there could be rotation, and that could be very, very dangerous spot for you to be in. You just want to get down low, get into a ditch, get down. If you feel like driving your car in a ditch, I'm not going to stop you, but it's not exactly the best idea. Just pull over, get down, get yourself down in that ditch, and keep your head covered. Stay safe. Otherwise, everybody, what else do we got?
We have a few more conventions. The next one that I found was Bricknomicon in Alcoa, Tennessee.
Tennessee, oh geez.
And it's like right at the edge. Here, wait, I can point it.
Okay, hold on.
It's like right here.
Okay, we're talking about right in this area. Yeah. Once again, this is already on the Thursday forecast. There's going to be some nasty stuff coming in on Thursday into that area. But it looks like if you're careful, it's probably not going to hit as severely, but driving in, especially if you're coming down from the Midwest area, there's this huge line of storms. There's not going to really be much area to shelter from. You're either going to be rain, hail, tornado, thunderstorm, something while you're trying to pass this. And quite honestly, my recommendation is wait. Or leave today. Pack up, get out today. But it's still, Midwest, please be careful. Because right now, today, we're already under severe weather risks. Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas. There's already been a few tornadoes down in the Missouri area this morning. I am bracing myself in the Chicagoland area for a very, very high potential for tornado outbreak. Make sure you secure your pets. We have little snakes, and we're gonna make sure they get secured downstairs. But if you're driving down to the convention, leave now. The skies are good now. Leave now. If you're in any of this upper Midwest area, go now. Like if you spend 3 hours and you try to actually if you are in this upper area and just keep to the west side of Illinois right now specifically, you'll avoid it. It's going to fire off like around noon or 1 o'clock, but it's going to be more towards Chicago. It's going to be more eastward. So if you stay west, wait until about 3 o'clock when it starts firing off down southern Illinois. You can just hit it, peel off east some more, let that stuff fire, shoot down, try to shoot down like 5 or 6 o'clock if you get in Indiana, start going down, but then wait, because we're going to have that line of storms firing in the evening. I would say settle in like mid-Indiana. Let me see. Yeah, like mid-Indiana, settle there, wait, and then dodge your storm. But quite honestly, I'm still recommending don't come or leave today and try to get around these storms, because these are going to be absolutely very severe. This is the first time in a long time that I'm actually like, if I had a convention this weekend, and if this was my day of driving, I would have actually said no if I didn't know what I was doing when it came to storm chasing. Otherwise, I can chase it, but not everybody else can, and I don't recommend it, especially with a full vehicle of supplies. So don't be safe. You know, find safe routes. If you're insisting on going, try to find the weaker areas of the storm, which I said in the Indiana area, Ohio area. Later, right now, they're getting pelted. And tomorrow, it's going to be less of a risk. Today, it's very, very, very high risk. So, what else do we have?
Speaking of tomorrow and bad storms, we have Steel City Comic Con in Monroeville in Pennsylvania, which is right here in kind of like where Pittsburgh is.
Oh, geez, yes,
So,
that's a convergence right here. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have another convention that's going to be going on right here in the Pittsburgh area. Actually, great path. If you're coming from anywhere in the Midwest, you just hug along like 94. You should dodge most of it. You should be able to get there. A little bit of storms. Just be careful. Watch your radar. Wait for things to pass, and then you can get there. If you're coming down from the southern area, again, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you don't, or you leave today, because by tomorrow, that severe line of weather is going to already be in here in the area. It's bad. It's not going to be anywhere near safe. And if you do end up having to shelter or find a hotel or something like that nearby, don't find a hotel. Find a motel. Find something with a basement. Knock on a door. I don't care. Just be safe. This is severe. This is not going to be good. Plus, watch out for flooding if you're coming from down this area. If you're coming from the Texas area and that kind of stuff, same thing with the Midwest. Just kind of go north of it. If you're already leaving, I would expect you've already left today. Just stay north of it. Most of the stuff is going to be clearing. But Oklahoma and Kansas will fire off later today again. Stay westbound of those two. Kind of come around, up, and then if you could just shoot through like central Illinois and everything like that. Wait until the storms are done, because they're going to all fire off today around 4 p.m. in central Illinois. So, you know, kind of pace yourself, stay in Missouri, wait for Illinois to be done, and just kind of follow the back line of the storms, and then you should be pretty good. But stay away from the southern area of Illinois and this general area, Arkansas, Missouri. Again, flooding is going to be imminent. Also, a lot of my information comes from my good friend Max Velocity. Please, if you find him on YouTube, like, subscribe, donate. He's got a lot of good things going. He does live streams all the time. If you want to, keep him up on your dash while you're driving. Listen to him. He goes over pretty much all of the U.S. I'm also going to cover anything Canadian related if I can. I know that I can't exactly see storm systems up there, but I'm going to be doing some research to just try and help, because I know that there are some areas in Canada that have some really, really cool conventions and some really cool LARP events too. And we don't want to exclude our good friends in Canada.
Yeah.
So let's do one more con today.
Actually, speaking of Canada, there was one that I found called Vancouver Comic and Toy Show in Vancouver.
All right, we're okay. I am not familiar with the map of Vancouver.
That's what I looked it up. It is right up here.
Okay, so we are talking up here. All right, so this area actually, there was some winter storm bits that he was talking about before. Let me pull it up on the actual radar so we can actually see. So let me go back to my phone. For now, we're just going to use my phone for all of this information here. So we're going to go actually to my Radar Omega. Radar Omega is also used by our friend Max Velocity. So we are going to go to, why am I not, shouldn't have it just shown right up here?
Yeah. It's like right, it's really close to the border between Washington and Canada.
Alright, let's see here. I want a larger radar thingy, come on. No, it's so isolated! Wow. Well, right now it looks fairly clear. Like, I don't see much. Radar's not showing much. Looks like it'd be good for today. I need to find some Canadian forecasting tech for that. But right now, as far as I know from what we were talking about, just some light snow, some showers, mostly just snow and stuff like that. All the winter storms are actually pushing into the central area of Canada and northern area of the United States. So I think if you're coming from anywhere in the northwest part of the U.S. driving up. Just watch for some of the storms in the mountains. Otherwise, you should be pretty good. Again, if you're being crazy and coming anywhere from the Midwest, going anywhere, traveling north at all this week, especially tomorrow, in the morning, all the storms should have passed this generalized area, so you should be able to drive there. Flight-wise, probably lots of delays and cancellations on the East Coast, so if you're traveling from the East Coast and flying up there, be aware of that situation. Get to your airports early, check your flights, and watch for cancellations. If you're coming anywhere from down in the southwest area, I know there was talks, California had some stuff going on last night, and it's going to have some stuff early in the morning. Otherwise, for the most part, it's just some isolated snow showers in the mountains. It should be pretty smooth driving all the way up to Vancouver if you're going in, and any flights from this area should not be severely delayed unless you're in a highly a storm warning area, like an isolated storm or two, which looks like that could pop up in Utah, Arizona, Wyoming, or New Mexico there, but it doesn't look too terrible. So it looks like Denver might have a little bit going on there. Watch that. If you're flying out from Denver, watch that. So this is this morning's little convention forecast, and like I said, I will work on improving this as I go along. I love weather. I am not a professional at all, but I'm just here to try to help give you guys good routes and give you guys some advice on how to drive in and be safe, everybody. Please, it's the biggest thing. Remember, you're more important than your product. We all love you. And for everybody else driving in, please drive in safely and spend money on our products. That's it for the day.